The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne is a book about a kid named Bruno who moves close to a concentration camp and meets this boy named Samuel. They become good friends, and after a year or so, they soon disappear and were never seen again. This book takes place in 1930 to 1940. Cars were usually used to transport, such as in the book, Bruno needed to move by car to go to his new house. Bruno lived in houses like these. His new house was smaller and not as big as the old one. Food was a big deal back in the 1930s. A lot of people ate pasta, steak, and some other food to eat for dinner, breakfast, and lunch. Women usually wore wavy or curly hair back in the 1930s. Most men had short hair or were bald, or had little hair. Houses back in the 1930s usually costed right around $7,000 and gas was about 10 cents a gallon. 3 major events happened. Gone with the Wind was aired on TV. Pluto was found for the first time. And the first commercial was aired on TV also. Hitler was famous during the 1930s because of World War II. He came to power during the Germany's Great Depression. He promised prosperity, but that never really came. He was trying to expand the empire and get rid of people who were not in German or of German descent. The US and half of Europe was at war with Hitler. The Alliance eventually won the war when Hitler committed suicide. Even to today, Adolf is one of the most hated leaders in history. Walt Disney's career soared from the 1930s till now. For the time beginning, he was produced health education and propaganda films for the US government. He also produced short cartoons in order to help boost national morale. He was really passionate and about animation and making people happy. That's why he did these sort of films. Ansel Adams was a very famous photographer in the 1930s. Born in California, he found most of his significant work in the Valley. He also photographed many famous places in Yosemite National Park. Today, his work is still being displayed and remains of one of the best black and white photographers of all time. Shirley Temple, also known as American Sweetheart, a groundbreaking role in Stand Up and Cheer, launched her career in 1934 at the age of 6. Shirley usually played in the typical innocent little girl and through a course of 6 years. That's exactly what she did. Even though today Shirley is 83, we still always remember her as a little girl singing on the good ship Lollipop. Entertainment back then was usually radio, music, or films. A lot of films were made back then in the 1930s.